All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us today on Wrestling Explosion as we take a little time and pay tribute to some of the great wrestlers of wrestling's past. We are looking at, in the yellow, the man who just recently passed away, one half of the Fantastics. This is Tommy Rogers, and he is going one-on-one with a man that a lot of St. Louis fans are familiar with in Dirty Dick Slater.
A man known as the Rebel in some circles. I remember seeing him as a WCW Tag Team Champion in the 90s.
Absolutely right. Dick Slater is a phenomenal tag team competitor. And actually, this is a good chance to look at both of these men. And that's a good look at Dick Slater's valet, Dark Journey. And that's a bad lady. Tommy Rogers wants to try to steer clear of her wrath. But Dick Slater, in his career, has held numerous tag titles with the best of the best. Dick Slater has held tag titles with Dusty Rhodes. He's been a tag team champion with SICW's own WWE Hall of Famer, Cowboy Bob Orton. And of course, Dick Slater has held tag team titles with the one and only King Kong Bruiser Brody. So Dick Slater, someone that's just familiar with a lot of tag team wrestling, and of course, no slouch as a singles competitor. He has had numerous singles heavyweight championships and TV titles and whatnot, both in the Mid-Atlantic area, in the Carolinas, in Florida, in Georgia, in Texas. Dick Slater has had a lot of success. And of course, in Missouri as well. He is a former Missouri champion.
Absolutely, and Tommy Rogers, as you said, best known for his team, the Fantastics, with Bobby Fulton.
Just a tremendous tag team. Fans go out of your way to try to hunt down some old Fantastics versus Jim Cornette's Midnight Express matches. They were tremendous. One in particular was on Clash of the Champions #1, the very first Clash of the Champions. So hunt that down and watch a very great Fantastics match.
Jim Cornette, friend of SICW's, as long as we're dropping names.
Absolutely correct. And all of the legends in wrestling, superstars, are fans of SICW as much as we are fans of them. That's exactly the sort of reason why SICW is second to none in the St. Louis area, not just the St. Louis area, but the entire Midwest when it comes to helping different nonprofit organizations, putting fundraisers together. We love supporting fire departments, police departments, etc. If you want us to partner with you to have some good times and raise some funds for any sort of special function, let us know. Visit us on SICW.org. And of course, Tommy Rogers, one of the reasons we wanted to showcase one of his matches is, of course, he's someone that also visited SICW and wrestled in its very walls dating back to the 80s. So these are both people that wrestling fans from our area will be familiar with.
And right there, Dick Slater, perhaps known as a rough and tumble type of character, but nice technique there on the double underhook suplex. And as I said, Tommy Rogers, we're seeing a little bit of him in singles competition here. I can remember him being one of the first competitors in the World Wrestling Federation's light heavyweight division in the 90s. Very brief stint at that time.
And of course, Tommy Rogers also was the first person to use a move called the Tamikaze, which current fans would be more familiar with as WWE superstar Christian's finishing maneuver, the Unprettier, or the Kill Switch as he's called it. Tommy Rogers, the originator of that move.
And I can recall Tommy Rogers also competing for the original ECW, well-traveled competitor in his time in the ring. And right now, in this matchup, trying to regain his bearings against Dick Slater, and as you mentioned, Dark Journey on the outside of the ring. He doesn't want to cross paths with her.
Absolutely not. That's a mean team, Dick Slater and Dark Journey.
Kind of a comparison to our current team of Curtis Wilde and Wildfire, I guess you could say.
There are a lot of similarities.
Just a diving headbutt there, but Tommy Rogers moved out of the way.
Tommy Rogers may be the more athletically gifted competitor in this match, taking nothing away from Dick Slater. He's more of a fighter. He wants to turn this into just a down and dirty brawl, whereas Tommy Rogers, I think, probably would like to rely on a little bit more of his natural ability.
And Tommy Rogers getting out of that slam attempt, looking for the O'Connor roll, blocked by Dick Slater. Nice hip toss there by Tommy Rogers. Shoulder block off the ropes, but Slater used his momentum against him and threw him right into those turnbuckles.
The veteran experience of Dirty Dick Slater.
Just a kick right to the face.
Yeah, and there's just the brutality of Dirty Dick Slater.
As I said, I can remember him in WCW in the 90s. At a point in time where a lot of people probably thought that his best days were behind him, he and a competitor known as Bunkhouse Buck won the WCW tag team titles in what was considered a huge upset at the time. Just goes to show you can never underestimate someone like Dick Slater.
Absolutely correct. And again, just we keep bringing up the meanness. I think he might have had Tommy Rogers out, and he decided to just cinch on.
And that's it.
This sleeper hold, he put Tommy Rogers right out.
And we talked about Dick Slater as a brawling type, but a wrestling move, the sleeper hold, put an end to this matchup.
Very dangerous situation. Look at Slater.
Slater's kicking him. You can see that Tommy Rogers is oblivious to it all, completely unconscious. Slater moving in. I don't think that's going to wake him up.
The referee's got to assert himself right here. What's he going to do?
Dark Journey circling. She's got those spiked heels on.
No. What is he doing? This is a... Well, ladies and gentlemen, Dick Slater, they call him Mr. Humphrey Dick. Well, thank goodness that Rogers is back to